Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be working on the Cafe Racer BMW K1100 build. Today we're going to actually be installing these really awesome custom rear sets. They have these back ones here for the passenger as well. I'm actually pretty sure these are the only ones that are available for the K1100 to do passenger foot pegs. Right here we have our custom rear shock that's fully adjustable, and we also have our power brake gas cap. Is really sick. I'll open these later in the video. So I was saying about these rear foot pegs, they do have the passenger foot pegs that attach to this. So if you just wanted to run these and be like a little single boy out there, you could do that as well, but these will bolt on aftermarket if you don't want to buy it all at once. But I bought all this at once over at Cafe Racer. I'll leave a link to all this stuff down in the description below. So with this kit, it comes with your foot pegs, your 4 foot pegs, the rear attachments for the passenger, has a full brake, master cylinder, and the pedals and everything. It also has a little reservoir and a reservoir holder. I'm pretty sure this is like a brake sensor, so when you hit your brake it just shows up on your actual light. And this right here will bypass our ABS situation, so that gives you a custom line in the kit, so that's really sick. Without further ado, let's start installing this stuff. So this kit doesn't come with any instructions, so looking at the pictures that they have on their website, you pretty much use this bolt and this bolt here, and that's pretty much what holds it on. So the kit actually comes with their own bolts, so let's pop these guys off. So one thing I noticed with me trying to put the brakes up to the rear one, I already took out this back bolt. So these bolts here that hold on the master cylinder, they seem to be a little too long. They actually poke out of the back and they poke straight into there, so we don't want that. We want it to be perfectly flush. So what I noticed is they gave us 2 of these bolts that have lock thread on them with the tape on it, so those ones are going to move onto this, and they're slightly shorter than the stock one, as you can see here. It's just a little bit tad shorter, just so it can be sunken in and not scratch on here. Actually, this didn't sit very flush, and I was like, oh, okay, that seems a little bit odd. And it was heading this bolt here for the foot peg. Now, I was like, well, that sucks, it didn't provide me another bolt. But they did provide me with another bolt. They provided me with 6, not 4, okay? So these are the 6 longer ones that came with this part. They actually provide 4 smaller ones, but with the kit with the passenger foot pegs, they do provide 6 bolts. So let's go swap out the foot peg bolts, and the foot peg bolts are actually going to come through this and then into the foot peg. So what I'm going to try to do is line up these 2 holes, and then I'm going to tighten this up to make sure these holes are lined up, and then hold on to the foot peg. Yeah, this is really freaking sick. That looks so cool. So with this kit, it also moves your feet back by like, I'd say about like 5-6 inches. Normally your foot peg would be like all the way up here, and you'll see more over on the shifter side. It looks really sleek with the rest of the bike. The old ones were kind of really big and bulky. I like this nice and machined look to it, so it's actually fitting up with the rest of the bike. And yeah, those foot pegs are pretty freaking sick. Now I don't know if I want to just continue on the brake side and finish it, or if I want to go on the other side and put in the shifter. I think it's best that I just finish this brake side and then go onto the shifter side. So all I have to do is hook up the lines and stuff, so let's get to finishing that. So with this kit, it does come with a banjo bolt. I think that's just in case you want to do something else with your brake sensor, and you can just have your banjo bolt there. But they give you this brake sensor, which it somehow sends, like when it senses pressure, it sends it to your factory connector. So you're going to start with this guy first, then a crush washer, and then your brake line, and then another copper crush washer. So let's throw this onto the bike, and I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna have this orientated this way. I don't think it really matters because it's gonna be wiggling around. Anyways, let's mount this up to the master cylinder. Get a little 14 mil wrench on here. Alright, that does it for this side. Now we're gonna have the brake line come over to here, and I'm gonna assume that new banjo bolt that they gave us is what goes right here. Seems to be the same thread pitch and everything, so yeah, let's throw on our new copper crush washers and throw that bolt right into the rear. Okay, so with this reservoir, I actually tried to like bend it and turn it around because I feel like that's not going to fit the best up here, because the reservoir will be slightly cockeyed, but I guess that's how they want it on there because I cannot get this rubber piece off of the reservoir and I don't want to risk breaking it. Now this is the little plastic clip that hooks onto the frame, and then you're going to use this bolt going through this one here, so hopefully it doesn't bend it too much. Okay, so this looks pretty freaking sick. Everything is done with the rear brake system. Foot pegs look amazing. Alright, so then we're gonna go do this all on the shifter side. So as you can see, we put on the shifter side on here. So this is our little shifter boy here. And one thing I noticed with this is you can adjust how high you want it to be just by twisting this, and then you can put down these little lock nuts on either side, and then it will stay right in the place you want it to be. So I had to tighten up the little clamp down here for the shifter, so this just moves everything back. So as I was saying earlier, you can tell like how far you moved it back by, so right here is where the shifter would have mounted before. So the shifter would have mounted here, and then the front of where you would head it with your foot would be right about here. So you have about 6-ish inches away pushed backwards. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to set this to my desired height, and then I will clamp everything down and make it sturdy, make sure it's good, and we'll also throw on our rear foot peg. Alright, passenger foot peg is all done. Both of them will look really sick. By the way, for this exhaust setup here, I'm going to make a bracket that comes out the back of the bolt for this rear foot peg, and then come down and hangs up on there. So then it holds it all up, and we don't have any stress on the manifold bolts anymore. Okay, so now that our foot pegs are complete, I'm going to move on to our gas cap and also our brand new shock, which I should probably done the shock before the foot pegs, but it's okay. They'll all come out very easily, hopefully. This gas cap is amazing. So this is basically what I wanted for mine. It's a CNC machined, and also the way how you open it is you use just the 2 holes for the BMW logo. Really sick. So let's go throw this onto the bike as well. Okay, we got the gas cap on, and I would like to show you guys this thing. This is actually really freaking cool. It's like, I don't know, I really like it. It's super cool. It really cleans it up. You just twist that, and then it opens up, and you put your little gas in there. It has a little gasket on here, and you've seen the gasket I put on there. So yeah, really freaking cool. I got to be careful with it because I don't want to mess it up, but yeah, locks up tight. Looks super sick. Okay, so now that the gas cap is done, the foot pegs are done, let's move on to a rear adjustable shock. Shock is in there, looks super clean, way better than the other one was before. Now my only concern is we got like maybe two inches in between here. So a little worried about that. I try to adjust this lower, but maybe not in this video. I'll just do it whenever I can. Don't have to deal with looking at that. But anyways, that is freaking sick. I gotta bleed the brakes, it makes the brake work. So that's awesome. Alrighty guys, it might be a pretty short video. This was all just finally stuff I can just bolt onto here. We are just waiting on a very few parts and this bike should be complete. I would say about maybe 2-ish more videos of this bike and it will be complete. You can ride around town in the freezing cold. It was like actually 30 some degrees today. So freaking cold outside. Anyways, make sure you guys give this video a big old thumbs up if you liked it and if you made it this far. So make sure you hit that subscribe button to follow the build series. I'll see you guys next video.